Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We continue our everyday video in August. We also continue with the Tokyo 600 sort of grind videos. As you can see in front of us today, we're bringing a later addition to the game. This is the NSX GT500. It's a race car and we're taking it to the track with what you would consider to be high performance road cars. Probably on borderline exotics, but not the supercar sort of world. But with that being the case, it is a full race car, which we don't usually do, and we're going to have to peg it back seriously on power to try and be able to compete, because we've got to get into that 600 pp. So without further ado, let's go and take a look. So as you can see, 599.92 pp at 615 horsepower, which is considerably more than we'd normally bring to the track. So is this car going to have what it takes or what? How we've had to bring the power down though is to seriously chop down on tyres. We've effectively rolled this car off the back of the trailer and put its like touring tyres on. The tyres that would drive the car from the trailer to the pits, we've had to leave them on. The road tyres, the comfort mediums. Suspension is fully customisable as default in what comes with the car. We've not changed nothing. The differential fully customisable. Again, this comes with the car. 555, the magic numbers we've applied. Downforce at the front is 387. 700 on the rear, which is everything. Output adjustment on the ECU fully customisable is 78. Now we can change that to the normal, but look, 625 pp, it just absolutely kills us. So that back down to 78, and we will have the setting we use, 599.92, 100 on the restrictor. Manual gearbox, just to keep the PP down, it's 10 less than using the racing. We've set that to 320, which is about where it needs to be for the straight. High RPM turbocharger, which gives us a whole range of extra power. We would probably be somewhere, 374 brake horsepower, but well inside it'd be 418 brake horsepower without the turbocharger, but the car responds to it well. Everything else is standard. Front and rear balance, we've put it to -3 to the front at 3, and there's nothing else applied, nothing else at all. And there's also nothing else we can do in the body shop, so just make sure your oil is changed, and let's get to the race. So here we are at the Tokyo 600. Of recently, the majority of cars we've done are either new to the game or we've never taken to the track here before. We're in update like 1.50. We've got a couple more weeks of this update, one would have thought, before the next update. So we're going to try and get as many cars in as we can with the latest update. It's going to be 12 laps of the track today. As always, settings will be assist, traction control 1, default ABS, everything else F. It's off a counter steer, which is on strong. And assists we've just done, it will be controller settings. We have got force feedback max torque 7, force feedback sensitivity 10, and we're on a Fanatec DD Plus with the GT Extreme wheel. It's behaving particularly well. We haven't had a shutdown in a number of days, so we're quite happy. Are we ready to dive in? Let's go for it. So, only first thing to do really, they are on -3 on the brake balance, that's good. So, comfort mediums, we are intending, hoping, this is a no stopper. We haven't done a full race to test. I've done one lap to see what the car handles like. And now the rest of it is in the hands of the gods. We're just going to go for this. No stop, we're hoping the comfort mediums will go all the way. The track will dry out and get a bit more abrasive later. We'll just have to see where we go. Down to first gear, try and stop the car. We still want that clean race bonus, don't we? So if we can get around these cars in the early stages without having a clatter, we're good. A no stop is going to give us round about 18 to 24 seconds back. So when we go into that pit, we need to be no more than 24 seconds back from Suswillow or Cookabun, whoever's leading the race. Oh, that was unfortunate. The car's got such a tremendous amount of grip, even on these shonky tyres. The car does want to slide a little bit, but it's only the rears that have taken a little tiny fraction of red. The gearing's just so different to any other car as well. We're getting down to third gear to keep the car stable, but the car revs all the way to the end of its powertrain, so no matter where you deliver the gear here, this car is going to push and go. I don't know how much more of a gear tune it could probably do with, but it's not overly quick. That's the problem. But we're only 7 seconds behind the leader, so brake on the 175. We could probably brake on the 150 to be honest. Now what we did notice in that one lap is that this car is a little bit slow on the accelerate, and then when you get the top end of the rev range, it's all the power and everything, so it'll be slow out of the bottom 180 hairpin. So we're in 9th place, 10.5 seconds from the lead. The first lap was a 2:26, so that's nothing out of the ordinary for what we've brought of late. I've had a couple more requests from people. Carrera GT4, and also somebody would like one of the Civics bringing to the track here, and I'm going to have to try them both out. I'm pretty sure the GT4 will have everything it needs to here to be able to compete. Not sure about one of the Civics. FL5 I think it was they asked for. We will have to test and see what we can come up with. I'll have to find that request again and see what we can do. Now we are a little bit slow, 12 seconds back. This is the part of the course where we would genuinely make up time. And as you can tell, we're sounding just that little bit croaky still. We're still suffering. There will still be the odd pause and a coughing fit that goes on. The only problem with a no stopper is there's no real opportunity for me to get a drink. But I'm going to have to take a pause very shortly. I have to. It's somewhat unbelievable just how long I've had this cough, but it is on its way. It is disappearing over the horizon somewhere. 14 seconds behind. We want to get this car into the 210s to prove it's capable. The sooner we see it. Suswillow's banged in a 2097. That's probably just a little bit more than this car can handle, pegged back this far. There we go, 200, 175. Back up with Mr. Blazan, out of first gear to try and just keep this thing on the track. Mr. Miazano is looking threatening from behind. 15 seconds behind Mr. Gallo. Mr. Gallo will pit at the end of 4, as we know. Sorry, end of 5, as we know. We really need to keep them reined in. Benefit of this car is we have got a fair whack of downforce on, which is helping us. Tyres are looking good. We just had to counter steer and check the brake then, just to keep us in line. Catching through there. Oh, we had a slippy slide then, didn't we? It's because we changed out in a second. That was a little bit unusual. I'd really like to use this car on the Human Comedy at Lego Maggiore. I think this will be the first car we take to the track there. Try and see if it can win that race. Don't know how much it's adjusted the race or changed the race at all since update 1.49, 1.50. We're going to have to see. But I'm going to be really excited to do those kind of things. I'd definitely like to do that Saturday maybe, or not necessarily Sunday, probably Saturday evening would be the right way to do things. We haven't streamed for a couple of weekends, just haven't been capable, so it'd be good to get back to that. Again, the pauses in the race will just have to happen because of the coughing. I'm told I'm going to have this cough for 100 days, which is going to be horrendous. "17 seconds from the front." What we like on fuel. I think we're okay. I think we're just in the door. We'll have to check when we get round to the next start finish line. Just to make sure we can get into the race with everything we need. Just going to try and short shift a little bit just to keep fuel use down. We're going faster. If we'd have took comfort softs, we'd have definitely have to pit stop, I think. And we'd have had to definitely have chopped 20 more pp out of the car. So I'm not entirely sure the car would be any faster on softs. It'd go through the corners longer, but we'd have to pit stop. So, massive trade-off. This is a big choice, a big ask of car. So, Suswillow's got his time down to 2:09.199. See if we can bang this into the 2:12s now. I don't know where we're going to be. We're not catching the guys in front, which is disappointing. There's a 2:13.3, so we only took off 0.2, but we were short shifting at time round into 8th place, 18 seconds from the front. Gallo's going to pit this time, and we're going to just see where we go. 150. Now, being a race car, we could probably adjust the brakes and go to ABS weak. It might have changed things. Didn't think about doing that, to be honest. There's a change that you could make to try and improve the car if you wanted to. I just don't know. I haven't tried it. Didn't really give it long enough test. I was just on the understanding that we'd try and banzai this one. We've done a bit more testing because the cars didn't seem capable with the roof and the Lamborghini and what other cars we've done. Some didn't feel at all like they were capable, and we've had to run 4 or 5 test races and just try and work out what the strat would be and what the best setup needs to be. So Oh dear, we washed out from behind the back door of Mr. Beauvoir then. That wasn't tremendously good for us, that. 17.5 seconds behind Gallo. Beauvoir looked like he's trying to make the pass on Blazan, breaking on the 150. That wasn't good. You have to brake earlier. I think the clean race bonus has gone now. Gallo's gone in. We lost a little bit of time there, so Swillow's gone to the lead. 14 seconds. Really can't do this kind of thing live at the minute. Just don't have the ability to, well, to be able to cough, and I'm going to have to use the on and off switch on the microphone a lot more, I think, when I'm streaming tomorrow night for the league. I'm going to have to get back to the league tomorrow. I appreciate those people who've been missing out on the live streams because I just haven't been able to do it, and I apologise. We will turn the microphone on and off as we're racing tomorrow night, rather than I'll just have to cough and die, won't I? There's not a lot I can do about that. It's just going to be one of those things. The good news is, though, Mrs. Widdowmaker is on the recovery train. We had a hospital appointment today, and the surgeon's quite happy with how she's carrying on. Her recovery is progressing well, so they've removed all the pipe work from inside her. That's all happened today. She's now on a recovery train, and there's a thought she can try and go back to work on a recovery basis in around about 2 weeks' time, which would be good. She'll be earning some money again, which, although she shouldn't have to, she needs to spend in money, so if she can work and earn, she can have all the niceties that I can't afford to buy her. So, hey-ho, that's the way it goes. Life is what it is, isn't it? Nobody ever wants to be struck down and lose their ability to earn. We don't trust the insurances that try and say, oh yeah, if you become ill, we'll pay you. They don't pay out. They're horrible things, so we don't do that kind of thing. We take that risk. Right, where are we? We're 6 laps in. We are in 6th place, 10 seconds behind Mr. Cookerman. Mr. Suswillow has gone to the pits already, and we're putting in 2:13.7s. 6.3 laps of fuel. The tyres look absolutely fabulous. Cookerman, Hizal and Fraga have continued on. 10.9 seconds ahead. We're now going to push to drive all the way to the end. See if we can sneak a victory. We don't know what's going to happen. We've never done this before. We know that Cookerman and Suswillow are extremely quick. We know Gallo's got to pit again, so if Gallo comes back and passes us, we know we've got trouble. Oh, the counter steer light flashing away at me then. Under the back wing there of Mr. Hizal. Just trying to not steal his line, but we're not trying to compromise him either. We're just trying to get a better run out, and we did. Going to brake on the 175 because we're going much quicker this time. And let the car roll round. Bit of a coast. We're very slow to come out here. Who's going to the pits this time? Cookabun's gone in. Fraga's gone in. That means Hazal behind us is going to go in. And then we understand how far we are to Blazan. And that gives us the indicator of how far ahead we're going to be. Blazan's gone in, so the true gap is to Gallo, who is sitting in second place now, 9 seconds back. So the no stop looks like it's going to have possibility. We're just going to have to see how we can do. Low fuel level now. Lower tyre grip because of the wear. Two 13s. Car does handle really quite well. The track's drying out, so there's some grip here on these comfort mediums, which who'd have thought we'd be running a car of this class on comfort mediums, but it's the only way to get it competitive. There's not much else you can do with this car except chop power out of it. We've given it as all the power it can have, but we were half a second up on the timer there. We're just putting a little bit of time in against Gallo. Expected to lose a couple of seconds there, but we're 1.3 seconds up, which will drop us to a 2:12.2 if that happens, and then Gallo is making inroads. Cookabun is also looking like he's closing in on the back door. There's a 2:11.8, which we've only got 0.9 of a second left to get us into those 2:10s. This is going to be the crucial lap, one would expect. Very slow to get the car going in third gear. Back down to 8.6 seconds lead. Just slightly improving on our PB. See if we can get that back out to 10 seconds by key point of the lap. Oh, look at that. 0.6 of a second up on our previous lap at this point. The car drives extremely smoothly. Sounds beautiful in the revs, doesn't it? Not as good as the Ferrari of yesterday, but it does sound good. Timed back to 10.8. Back end wanting to dance around. Looks like we're going to be a 2:11.5 maybe. 2:11.4. Keep on pushing. Gallo's gone to the pits, and now we're going to find out the true gap to Cookabun now. Cookabun's going to take up the mantle as he comes past the pit lane. There he is. So there with that 2:11.5 we just put in 18-second lead. Yamanaka's gone to the pits as well. So it's just this and 2 more laps to go. I can suggest and I can sort of intimate that we've got to lose something like 6 seconds a lap to Mr. Cookerman. And if he's gonna push to that degree, we're in trouble, as the car is now just starting to be a little bit harder to get control of. See, we've lost 3/4 of a second almost. See if we can pull some of that back. 20-second lead. We were good through there. I'm going to brake on the 150 this time. Car is much lighter and it's stopping okay. .212.0. So it doesn't look like we're going to hit that 210 target, but with a lead of 19.7 seconds I think we're pretty good here. Gallows past Suswillow. There's a battle to be had. I wonder what that actual gap is on the track. If we can make some sort of inroad in here, I'd like to try and push for that fastest lap that we can do. Oh, we're on it again. Have to have a little lift there. If we can rock through here in 4th, that would be nice. We did the slightest of touches. Purple. 4/10 down. On the 150. We've made 2 seconds on Cookerman there. We're gear slamming here as well, but cars seem to managing the gear slam quite well. We are slowing down, those rear tyres not having the grip. As we roll on to the last lap, we're increasing that lead now, 22.8 seconds. It's coming down when they're chasing us down, isn't it? But 1.3 laps of fuel left for 1 lap of the race. We are good. We're comfortable having that 0.2 spare. It's not as fast down the straight as the Ferrari was. It was a 200 mile an hour car. This look is just going to touch the 190 by the looks of it. There it is, going to break 175. Probably go just a little bit deeper. Really actually enjoyed driving this car. This has been really nice. Really quite smooth. Handles beautifully. We're up. Got to be quick through here. Doesn't feel like we were. lost half a second or more through there. Just being casual, just steering the car home, but that's all it needs. It's not an overly strenuous race. I'd say this is an easy grind. That's where I'd put this car. Really easy. It rolls through the lap, it rolls through the corners. It's just a little bit slow under acceleration out of, well, most of the corners really, to be honest. But it's certainly capable. It is a machine that has the ability to go all the way, doesn't it? It's an absolute savage. Here we go then to the line. In first place, Kuckerman second, Gallo third, Saswillo fourth, Braga fifth, Hizal sixth, Blazan 7th, Boudoir 8th, and in first place, the NSX GT500. Absolute cracking addition to the game. This is going to work well in GT3, I think. I think he'll have it for fans. A little bit strange that it went into GT3 and not GT2. But there are a couple of other GT500s that fit in there quite nicely. But there you have it. We just missed out the finishing times. No clean race bonus on this chance. 550,000 credits. And what ticket do we get? 4-star for the day. Happy days. Skip off and we'll have a look at the finishing places. Here we go. So 26.48. So it's considerably quicker than the Roof Porsche. And it was also quicker than the Ferrari 430 Scuderia. So, a good 6 seconds quicker and a good 14 seconds quicker. Who was the fastest lap of the race? I think we know that was going to be Saswillo. He had a 9 something, didn't he? And there you have it, folks. That is the NSX. So whoever it was that requested the NSX, didn't say which one. Hey ho, you've got one. Thank you very much, folks. We'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care.